We wonder sometimes, I'm praying every day, I am going to Sai Prema every weekend, every Thursday I am doing Narayan Seva. How come Swami never hears my prayers? But we have to look within ourselves as to why that is. Why is Swami not hearing our prayers? Are we really focusing? Are we really practicing? It's a very difficult path. I have asked those questions for myself many times. But the moment you focus and the moment you connect to Him, He will immediately respond. And I have absolutely no doubt in that. Whatever may be, very silly thing also, He will immediately respond. I was just telling my dear friend Vidya, who has brought me all the way from Bangalore to here. I stayed with her. She is my spiritual sister. We shared 2 beds, one next to the other in the summer course in 1974 in Brindavan. That's how we became friends. Old souls meeting again. So we became friends and she brought me, and I was telling her, even if it is the smallest prayer, it depends on how we connect to Him. On my 25th wedding anniversary, I came to Puttaparthi to see Swami. Swami had got me married in Brindavan. So 25th anniversary from US, my husband and I came. Swami talked to us with a lot of love and grace. I said, Swami, 25 years. He said, yeah, I know you are becoming old, he said. So, yes, Swami, I am becoming old. He said, look at me, I always look young. You are becoming old, he said. So, yes, Swami has been my mother, my friend, jokes, everything. And Swami, I said, I have never seen Shirdi, Swami. Can I go to Shirdi? He said, oh, you have not seen Shirdi? Go and see the old man, he said. So, Swami, shall I go? He said, yes, go. When you go to Shirdi, he gave me the whole topography of Shirdi. He said, go and see Dwarka Mai. Then there is a family there where Shirdi Baba gave 9 coins, Navavidha Bhakti. They have put it in a frame. You go and see that. The whole Shirdi scenario where the road goes. Then he told me there is a Gujarati restaurant. You go and eat there because there is no garlic and onion, because I don't eat garlic. Everything he told me. Go to Gujarati restaurant. Food will suit you. Little sweet, but it will suit you. Everything he told me about Shirdi, as though he was going with us. Then he said, you go and you come, don't worry about food, everything will be fine, because for me food is an issue. I don't eat garlic, I don't eat onion, so it's an issue wherever I go. So Swami gave us permission. We went to Shirdi, had beautiful darshan there, went to every street thinking of this lovely Swami as an old man walking these streets, crying in many places where he may have begged for food. This Swami now in this life, when we give him food, he doesn't want to eat. But in the previous incarnation, he had to beg for food. What is this Maya of these avatars also? So we went around, enjoyed everything, got into the train. That KK Express from Delhi to Bangalore was 9 hours late. So we had eaten and went and stood in that station. There's nothing there in the station to eat. We got into the train. It was almost 6:30 or 7 in the evening. And I was just starving. I was so hungry. And they gave food in the train, but I couldn't eat it because it had garlic. So we were sitting and my husband was scolding me, saying, eat something. How can you go till tomorrow morning Bangalore without eating anything? So I was sitting. And finally, he's my mother, he's my father, he's my friend. So I started to scold him. I said, what is this? This Swami said, don't worry about the food. And here I am starving in some KK Express, which is 9 hours late. And full of mosquitoes also. So I said, where's this? No food, nothing. Why did he tell us to go to Shirdi? We could have just been happy seeing him only in Prashanti Nilayam. All this, when you are hungry, you get angry. Swami always says, when you are hungry, you get angry. So I was getting angry. And my husband said, why you are scolding Swami? There's plenty of other food. But this is an express train. It doesn't stop anywhere even to get chai. So we were sitting there. Around 10 o'clock, it stopped at some station, I don't remember. And there was some hangama going on, lot of noise in the train. And then one police officer entered our little coupe where 4 people can stay, He entered. And suddenly he started to dust out everything, put one sheet on the opposite seat, what's going on. And then this very nice, smart-looking young lady, maybe in her early 40s, walked in. And she said, oh, hello, how are you? And, somebody saluted her. So we knew she was some VIP. She came and sat there, and then they went away. And I started to talk to her, and she said, well, we said, we are from the US, we are just visiting. Oh, and she said, oh, my husband is the collector of Anantapur district in Andhra Pradesh. I am collector of some other district in Tamil. We are both IAS officers. And, I am traveling to Bangalore to meet him. And we all said, oh, we are also Sai Baba's devotees, we told her. So we started to chat. She said, yes, my husband as a collector went to see him. I am not a devotee. Neither was my husband. When he went there, he gave a ring. Something she told us. And while we were talking, suddenly 2 more police officers came, saluted her. And they brought one huge carrier and set up one disposer, one of those portable tables for her. So she was feeling very embarrassed because, this huge dabba for one lady, as tall as me. So she said, why don't you please share the food with me? Because they will feel very hurt if I don't eat. I'm not really hungry. Why don't you share the food? So of course our ears were very sharp. We are hungry as it is. So then she said, but we don't know whether she is vegetarian, non-vegetarian. We don't know what the food in the dabba there. So we said, okay. She said, no, there's only one problem. So I said, okay, gone. She probably says she has got chicken or something, I can't eat. So she says, no, there's only one problem. I don't eat onions or garlic. So the food will probably be a little mild, without onion and garlic. If you don't mind that, I'd love to share. I said, are you crazy? We want food without onion and garlic. So while the poor lady ate little bit, we both were hogging away from her dabba. Finished. So then we both, my husband and I, looked at each other. See, even in a moment of anger, if your heart connects to him and says, Swami, you promised me, where are you? You have to connect. You have to connect to him. So we came to Bangalore. Following day went to Parthi because we had to. Swami had said, after you go and see, come and tell me how your trip. So we went to Prashanti Nilayam. He calls us inside. And he said, Shirdi etlunindi, how was Shirdi? Very nice, Swami. You saw everything? Yes, Swami, we saw this, we saw that. And then he said, yeah, you were crying thinking about me begging. Begging was not for food. Begging was for love. He said, begging was not for food. Begging was for love. And begging for love. God begs for the love of his devotees. I was begging. All that he said. Yes, Swami, went very nice, Swami, due to your grace. Then he said, before I could send the lady, how much you want to scold me? The station has to come. It's an express train. Train has to stop and the lady has to get in. Before she gets in, you are scolding me. What can I do? No patience. No patience. Yes, Swami. See, no food, no garlic, no onion, right? Yes, Swami. No onion, no garlic. I know. Enjoy. So this is that Swami. He will respond to the way we think of him. You think of him as far away, he is far away. You think of him as near, he is near. It's all in our own mind.